When you work on hot rods, it's every bit as important to take care of your wife's hot rod as well as your own. That's my wife's Chrysler Sebring Convertible. It's a 2006. It's got like 54,000 miles on it. It's pretty clean. The rear window on the driver's side doesn't want to roll up and down. So let's take our top off. So all the windows rolled down like they're supposed to, except this one here. I've got a whole new window regulator right here. Yes, the thing in this big old box fits in that little tiny space. Let's get it fixed. It is worth noting that I consulted the Haynes service manual for any information on doing this swap, and it talks about the front doors if you have a two-door. It doesn't talk anything about the rears, so I'm kind of shooting from the hip and getting this panel off. From what I've read in a couple of different forums, you can take that panel out with the back seat completely in place. I'm going to find out. And I also know that the top is wet, and I'm not going to leave it down for any real length of time. It's been raining out here, so it just happened to be the day that I've got to fix this, so we're going to deal with a little bit of moisture in places and keep on going. Things I can see right away. We've got the two screws here, we have the speaker plate, and behind there, we know that there's going to be a connection in there for the speaker, but that should be pretty easy. I'm not seeing too much else. Down here by the rocker panel, there is a little bit of a sill plate, but it looks like that should all just work, and I'm hoping this is just a bunch of push connectors. I'm trying to be at least a little careful. This is my wife's car. I want to keep it nice the way that she wants to have it kept. And here's what I found in the process. There are only two of the little pushy pins, and if you tweak on this one, it'll crack. Don't tweak on this too hard. Once you pop the top free, just kind of reach down there with a very forked approach and pop that tree out. The alternative is that you lift it straight off because it's kind of slotted into place. Now, you did see that I did take the speaker grate off. There's a couple of screws in the upper right corner and lower left corner there that did need to come off. And one little electrical connection, just push and pull, or squeeze and pull, pops right out. Working over to the workbench that is actually an El Camino, I'm going to take the new window regulator assembly out of the box just to see what I'm up against and compare it to what's there. I'm pretty sure I know where we're headed on there, but I just want to know what I've got first. So that was a lot of packaging for this little guy. So one thing I'm seeing is I'm just taking stock of everything. The motor's in there, but the pigtail is tied around the wire for the regulator in a way that really sucks to get off. So I'm going to fiddle with this for a minute and then we'll move over to the car. We're now at a crossroads. We can either take the whole regulator and glass out as an assembly or try and take the glass out separate. The glass is held in by a couple of little retainers right here. They both have nice, neat access holes you can get through. But I think I'm just going to take these guys a little bit loose. There's one here and one back here. They are slotted, so it looks like I could just pull everything out the top. I think that's the way I'm going to go first. If that doesn't work, then I'll just cinch it back down and take the glass out. So I missed one. I took the glass out. I have a problem. We'll talk about that in a minute. Two 10mm bolts up here. There's one down here by the electrical connector. I missed that one. If I had taken that out, I may not have had to take the glass out. We'll get there. Just let me knock that guy free and I'll pull this whole thing out the top. Good news, bad news. Bad news first. The little retainer for the glass decided to come unstuck and fell. Good news. Good news is that it's right there. I just can't reach it because my arm's too big. I'm going to have to go grab one of my little three-pronged reachy dealies. Success! After much fiddling and going back and forth, I figured it out. there's some threads on there. They're mildly unhappy. They're also plastic threads, and they're also left-hand threads. So that guy threads on lefty-tighty, righty-loosey. So I'm just going to use a little bit of RTV to help hold this thing in place so that way it doesn't do this again to me. Sometimes it's fun to figure out what broke. This was down there in the bottom. This is one of the guides. This is the new one here. It's one of these two guides. From way up in there, you can kind of see the other one, but the wire has kind of got some tension in weird places. It's loose and floppy, and yeah, it's just a mess. So that's why I've got the new one. I'm going to put the new one back into place. I'm going to transfer the old hardware from these little spots. This is the locators and adjusters. That helps control the window in and out. Up here is where we'd adjust the window forward and back in the car. So I'm going to start transferring the hardware, and I'll check back in a minute. All the hardware has been transferred over, but an item of note before we put it back in the car, these are the vertical stops for the window. One here, one here. Those are going to need to be adjusted in the car with the top up. So I got to put my top back on. Darn, I know. So I'm going to get this slid into place. Grab the glass, which is way up there because it's staying safe out of the way of breaking stuff. I'm going to put it back together. With everything back in place, I'm going to start adjusting the glass in relation to where it needs to be. I know that I've got some room up here because the dew sweep, the felt isn't quite contacting correctly there. So I'm just going to start by rolling up the driver's window and just starting to get a feel for where this needs to be adjusted to before I put the top back up and really get the top cinched in correctly. Oh, one more thing. You can get to the little adjusters for the window stops through the speaker hole and through this little accessy hole right here. So good news, bad news time. Again, it's twice in this video. This is going to be too much. Good news, I had my wife come out, take a look at the alignment of the window, make sure it was the way she wanted it to be because, you know, it's her car. I want it to be the way she wants it to be. Bad news time. Yep, the hood's up. With all this windows going up and down, key on, top, up and down, on and off, battery was getting low. The electrical stuff was a little unhappy. So if you're going to do this, just start with your little battery charger and just hook it up there because it's not a bad thing to do. I'm going to finish up getting the interior panels, and I'll check back with you in a minute. All right, here's proof that it's all back the way it should be. The window is in just a teeny tiny bit further than I'd like, but I'm out of adjustment, so I'm going to have to figure something out at a later date. Yeah, the top's got a little bit of time on it, but it's the original top. I'm not surprised. So everything's back together. Thanks for joining me here. Let's get out of the garage and go build something. Soon we'll be working on hot rods again.